After opening the computer center, Swami left, and my life continued as the head of the computer center, interacting with Swami on and off. We used to give instructions, and he will check whether everything is going okay, whether the students are doing well. And he went on like this. And one fine day, Swami called me and he said, I have a long-standing old devotee, and his son has finished his graduation, and I would like to help him. And he has done in computers, so he told me what I want you to do. I will send him tomorrow morning to the computer center, and you train him and you make him like you. This is what he said. So I was a bit happy that Swami is giving me an assignment to train a student. And that ended there, and I went back. Then next day morning, I went to the computer center. I went a little early to prepare to train this boy. I made all the notes, everything necessary for the training, and I waited for him to come. But he did not come. I waited for an hour. There was no sign of the boy. So then some boys came in for the normal classes to the computer center. So I inquired from one of the boys that, did you see this boy, who you would have seen him yesterday at the veranda? He said, yes, sir, I saw him. But he is sitting with Professor U.S. Rao. Then immediately my antenna came up and I knew, there is something wrong. Let's patiently wait. Then I went for darshan the next day, and then I did not mention anything to Swami. Swami, you told me you are sending the boy, why you didn't send? I didn't ask anything, because by experience I have learned that you should not talk to Swami unless he talks to you. If there is anything important, he will talk. If there is nothing important, then you keep quiet. You don't try to show your muscles and try to get into trouble with him. So I kept quiet. I said, anyway, Swami will talk about it if he wants to. And this continued. About 4-5 weeks went. And suddenly one day again Swami called me and said, Sivananthan, you have to go and get the computer room ready in the Whitefield campus. And he said, I have made all arrangements there. You go there and get everything sorted out, check whether all the computers are working, networks are in place. And you be there, then I will come and open the center. And he said he's coming on Sunday, something like that. I can't remember the exact date. So I went to Whitefield. I did all the work, cleaned the place up, everything I set up, checked all the computers working. And then the day arrived when Swami came to open it. So Swami came into Whitefield, he cut the ribbon and he declared open the center, and he came inside and he called me, and this boy was there. This boy's name was Sathya Sai, and that boy was there. And Swami brought a rose in his hand. And he gave that to the boy, and he's telling the boy, you go and take blessings from the master, from Mr. Sivananthan. Now I was wondering, I did not train this guy, I don't know what he has done, and Swami is telling me to take my blessings. So then it struck to me that, what I would like to say is that the day he told me that he's sending a boy, knowingly or unknowingly, my ego must have got boosted up. Because I must have thought, Swami is recognizing me, he's going to send somebody, that kind of a thought. So I learned that Swami is an ego killer. He will not spare you. If you show any ego to him, he will definitely see that he's eradicated totally. So that was the lesson I learned by that incident. Then the computer center was open, Narayana came, everything went on. And then we came back. Then Swami said, okay, you go back to Parthi now. So I came back to Parthi and we continued. And then again another day Swami called and he said, Sivananthan, you have to go to Anandapur and there is some problem with the computers there. And I want you to sort it out and give some kind of a training to those teachers. And he went for darshan. I was sitting there. Then after darshan, he came back. And then he told me, see, you take your wife also and go. Now, obviously, I was wondering, how can I go to Anandapur campus, which is a ladies' college? So I was feeling a bit embarrassed how to tell Swami. You can't tell to Swami. He knows everything. So then he came and he corrected and he said, you take your wife and go. Now, Swami knows that my wife is sick and she has a big cyst and she has a big stomach sitting in the house. But still Swami said, you take her and go. So I went home, told my wife, Swami has said, let's go. So we took a car, we went to Anandapur. And the news had already gone to the principal at that time that Mr. Sivananthan is coming and he will help you with your computer setup. And any questions you can ask him, any problems you have, you can solve it. So when Swami gives the message, so-and-so is coming, one could expect what kind of reception you will get. Automatically, everybody is excited. Hey, Sivananthan is coming, Swami is sending. So I went and everybody greeted me so well. We went and I told my wife to sit in the staff room. Then I went inside. All the teachers I met, they asked some questions. I cleared all the doubts. And there were few problems with some machines. I fixed all that. And it was now almost, we went around 10 o'clock in the morning. And it was now about 12:30. So we finished. So he said, now let's get back. So I told them, okay, this is fine. And thank you so much for your cooperation. I will leave to Parthi now. Then the headmistress said, no, sir. You have come a long way and we want you to have lunch with us and go. So lunch is arranged. So we both sat, and to tell you honestly, I think maybe once or twice in my life I have eaten such a beautiful lunch. With so many curries, so many options. Oh, great. So I relished, I ate well, thanking Swami inside. Swami, thank you Swami for this nice lunch. And then we finished the lunch and then we came back to Puttaparthi. Then morning I went for darshan. Swami comes and guess what he asked first question? How was the lunch? I said, Swami, thank you so much, Swami. It was very nice. What I am trying to tell here is, Swami knows everything. He doesn't need to be physically present in one place to know what's happening. Because he is omnipresent. Thereby, anything he can come to know. There's nothing you need to give him information. He is there in everything. As I told you before, he is in movable objects and immovable objects. He is there. So with that, it ended up there. Then we started. Then the normal life started. And then what happens is, to my experience, and every 3 to 4 months, Swami used to call us for an interview. There has been a trend. I noticed that. So now it's time for an interview. So Swami called us for an interview. Now I am going to talk about many interviews I got and some beautiful things which happened in the interview which are relevant to the devotees, to a devotee to improve his life. So one of the interviews, he called us and so I used to normally go and sit very close to Swami because I was a staff member. And Swami always tells, come and sit here. So I was sitting there. And Swami waved his hand and materialized a ring. Now he is looking at me and telling he used to always talk to me in Tamil. Remember that, viewers. Always talk to me in Tamil. And he told me in Tamil, he said, my God, this ring is too small. What will I do now? How to? This man is a fat man, she said. So to me, it was like the Lord joking, I was thinking, what is the Lord can create and recreate also anything. What is there for him to feel as if he has done a mistake? So I said, Swami, with one blow you will make it big. No, Swami, what is there for you? Ah, yes. Then he said, hey, you come here. And he gave him the ring to his hand and he said, the ring is a bit small for you. You keep it now, I'll call you again. And it ended up there, he went and sat. Then Swami was jokingly talking about so many things. And then suddenly he looked at my wife and said, you are not supposed to eat sweets, correct? Yes. But you are eating sweets saying the word prasadam. Even prasadam is banned for you, no sweet. And he looked at me and said, don't allow her to eat even prasadam. She should not take any sweets because she is diabetic. And he said, but you can take jam. Now see the joke of the Lord. He said, you can take jam. Then I was wondering, he's saying not to eat sweets and he's saying take jam? How is that possible? Then I looked at Swami. Swami says, tomato jam, he said. And everybody in the room laughed. See, the beauty of the Lord, how he jokes and how he makes you comfortable. So you feel, he told me to eat jam, so I can eat. But he said tomato jam. And then he said, if you don't listen to me and you take sweets, I will put injection for you. That means he might have to take insulin. That's what he said. And then suddenly he called this man again, the man who with the small ring. He called him and he said, give me the ring. And he blew like this, put it in his finger, it went inside. Then again he looked at me and gave a very nice, beautiful smile, Swami has a very cute smile. It has thousands of meanings, his smile. That kind of a smile he gave. Inside I was feeling very happy. Very, like as if I'm having some very personal relationship with Bhagawan. Like that I felt. Then the interview was finished and then we came out. Then life was going on. Then after, as I told you, 3 to 4 months comes, another interview is sure. So 3 to 4 months went and then he called us for another interview. And he was looking at my wife and then he again waved his hand and he created 2 beautiful diamond earrings. He created that and he called her, come here. And he said, now you have to wear this. You know why? So she said, Swami, I don't know, Swami, why? Because what you are doing in the staff quarters, in where we were living, there's some steps to go up because we were in the B floor. So he says, you sit with these ladies in the step and you all talk all kinds of things. So what you are trying to say, you are gossiping. But without saying that word, he said, you are talking too many things. I am giving you this earring so that none of the bad things will go into your ears. It will get filtered. This is the word he used, filtered. So then, my wife, her name is Jayanti, she was feeling bad. She said, Swami, okay, you wear it. And then he called us for the other room and some, talks he made. And I was always fascinated with Swami's hair, And if you see any videos, you see personally also, whenever he comes, he'll just put his hand and he'll do a very stylish way of, shaping that hair to keep in place. And that used to look very stylish. And to be honest with you, I am yet to see a person who is so stylish like Swami. Beautiful styles. His dress, his walk, his mannerism, everything is up to mark. He's very, very stylish. So I wanted to touch his hair now. Swami was standing very close to me. So I didn't ask him permission. I just went and touched his hair. Then Swami was laughing and my wife was telling me, hey, don't touch his hair, So Swami was saying, let him touch my hair. He is very fond of my hair. So he allowed me to touch. And I don't know what good things these fingers did that I was able to touch the Lord's hair. And it was so soft. It was like cotton, so soft. And I felt so beautiful. The feeling was fantastic. But I can't catch too much time. I said, thank you, Swami, and took my hands off. And the same thing I remember that whenever he catches, he has caught my hand several times. His hand is also like cotton only, so soft. And also, whenever he touches and leaves you, my God, that divine smell is, you can't bear it. It smells for 2-3 days, the hand still smell. So my hand was smelling already because I touched his hair. And then he came out the room and the interview finished. So we came back, we left, we came home. Then next day darshan, this was told my wife, because I was not there, I was sitting in the veranda. Next day darshan, Swami had gone. And while passing where my wife was sitting, he looked at her and said, like this, he showed the ears and he said like this. He said, your earrings are looking beautiful. See the Lord's, nature. Just look at how simple he is, He is the Lord and he is so simple. But here, we humans, we get little status, we show muscles. We think we are the greatest. It's not true. So he told, and then one aunt of hers was sitting there. So she said, hey, you didn't tell me that Swami gave you earrings. Dang, something they had. Swami was laughing and he went. So why I am saying this, the Lord gave the earrings, but he didn't stop there. He wanted the devotee to feel happy that Swami is admiring that. See, this is Swami. So kind. Karuna Murti is. There is nothing less. The most compassionate Lord on this earth was Swami. He makes you feel so happy, so comfortable. This is Swami. Then that finished. Then after some time, things went on. Then he used to talk about the center. Sometimes he will visit the center. He will give some instructions. And he is very particular that the cables are not seen out. He says, you must put casings and seal them. It's not neat. So he wants the computer center to be neat all the time. And he's very particular that the boys must come in time and learn and go in time. He was very particular about it. He used to tell me, be strict with them. They must come and sit properly, do the work and go. So coming again to another interview. In that interview, he was talking about a very, I should say, a personal incident. That interview, my son was also there. Usually he goes to school, but that particular day, I think it was a Sunday or something, he was there. So we 3 of us were called. And Swami took us to the private room, the small room. And Swami sat. And he is asking me, you're going to office. Son is going to school. Do you know what your wife is doing at home? No, I just, looked and I was thinking, Swami, what is this Swami going to say? What this lady must have been doing in the house. So Swami smiles and he says, you remember from London, when you went to London. Now, I went to London more than 20, 30 years back. But he bringing that subject now and he's telling me, you bought some containers, plastic containers. And he's showing me, the way he shows, you must see the style of the fingers. He said, it opens like this, he's showing. Yes, Swami, I remember. So, those containers, where you have kept them? In the kitchen. And our kitchen, we have just one room and one bedroom and kitchen. That's all the staff quarters. In this kitchen, when you go, on the left end, there are some racks made out of the cement itself. So I had kept those boxes there. And Swami is telling me those boxes are there. And do you know what is in the boxes? It's a kitchen matter. I don't know what is there. I said, Swami, I don't know, Swami. You think there is some ingredients and some vegetation and some things are there? No. In one box, there is good. He said in Hindi. Good means jaggery. There is jaggery in one box. And he said, what's in the other box? This, what do you call, peanuts. He said, there is peanuts. And what your wife does, after all of you go, she takes a handful of good, handful of peanuts, and she comes to the hall, and you have put a chair for me to sit. Yes, Swami. I am sitting there, she sits in front of me, and see how he is confirming that Swami is sitting there. Now, most of the people even ask me, why do you put a chair? Does he come and sit? But here Swami is confirming, I come and sit. And your wife is sitting in front of me, and she's taking good, she's taking peanuts, putting in the mouth, and gurk, she's eating. How will the sugar go down? So my wife was looking down, she didn't raise her head because Swami was going on, teasing her. And then the interview was going to be finished. He got up and he said, now I want you to go to your house after interview, go and see whether I said this correct or not. I said, Swami, if you say it will be correct. No. You go and see, open those boxes, take everything, put it in a bag and throw it into the garbage. And he told my wife, be careful. I already told you, I'll have to put you in insulin. So you are not listening. So you take care, no more sweets, he said. So the interview finished, we came rushing home, we went to the kitchen and we opened the dabbas and as he said it was there was jaggery and peanuts. Then we emptied all that into a nice box, bag and we threw it out. So this is another incident. Now here see, Swami is watching us, It's another thing you have to learn. Don't think Swami is sitting in Puttaparthi inside the room and he is not doing anything. No. He is omnipresent, he is watching everything. That's why he knows everything in life. There is nothing which Swami doesn't know. Now, I like to tell you another incident. It's not an interview, this is an incident. Because my wife had that big cyst. So she used to get pain sometimes on the right side. Whenever she gets pain, she has to lie down and she won't be able to get up for 1 or 2 days. And she doesn't go for darshan those days. So one fine day this happened and it was severe pain. Severe means severe. She was crying. She was saying, I am not able to bear, I am going to die. And luckily, it was a normal day. My son was there. And I told my son what to do now. Then he said, there is nothing I can do. And Swami has told me what? No doctor, no medicine, no operation. So 3 things. So I can't even take her to a doctor. Even super speciality was there that time. No, not there. It was not there. The other small hospital was there. We could have taken her there, but we couldn't take her there because Swami said no doctor. And it so happened that this episode was going on. And suddenly we saw one lady coming in. Her name was Dr. Hema. I had mentioned her in the beginning when we, in Kodaikanal interview, Dr. Hema and Raju Almala were called and they are the one who took the photograph. Dr. Hema seems to just visiting us. As a friend, she was visiting us. Now, see the connection of how Swami is arranging that. He said no doctors, but he sends a doctor. At this moment when there is great pain and severe pain. So when Dr. Hema came, I told her, Doctor, please, there is something like this. You stay here for some time if you can. I will go to Swami and see whether I can approach him. It was 2 o'clock in the afternoon. Everybody knows that Swami will not come out at 2 o'clock. Still I went. I went, sat in the veranda, and whatever I could concentrate and pray and beg him, I did that. Then after about 15 minutes, to my surprise, suddenly the door opened, the interview door, and Swami came out. Swami came out, and he was looking like this everywhere, So I was the only one who was seated there. Then he asked me, "Where are the boys?" So I told him, "Swami, it's only 2:15 now." "Oh, I came early today." Then I said, I took the opportunity and I said, "Swami, she's having a lot of pain. Wait." And he went inside. Now, more than 1.5 hours went, it was almost now darshan time. Now the boys started slowly coming one by one. And the boys with birthdays, they sit with trays. So they were sitting in the front row and I was also there because I was waiting to tell Swami that she is having severe pain. And at the same time, I was watching behind to see whether my son Sai Prakash is coming running to tell me that something serious has happened. But anything could happen. But he did not come. So I was a bit happy. So every half an hour I used to turn and look whether he is coming. Then he went on. Then Swami came out for darshan. He came to the boys. He took the sweets through. And he took 2 chocolates and he put it into my pocket. See, he's trying to tell me that when do you use sweets? When there is happy news, you give sweets, Otherwise, why should you give sweets? So he's indirectly trying to make me understand that don't need to worry, man, I am there. Here, eat the sweets. So it was a symbolic. I didn't know that. Later on, now I am repeating that, but at that time I was not knowing that. But I was worried why Swami put 2 sweets in my pocket when such an incident is going on. She is fighting for life and Swami is giving me sweets. Then he took some crowd, he went for interview. Again, my job is to turn back and see whether the sun is coming, not coming. I pray to Swami again. With whatever strength I had, I prayed to Swami. I was sitting there. Then the interview was finished. Swami came out. And then he usually comes where you are sitting. He came near to me. I said, "Swami, she's having severe pain." He said, I know. And not even a second, the Om started because it was bhajan time. So, the Om starts means Swami will not wait a second. So he turned back, he went inside and he sat on his chair. After he sat, usually the boys crowd the front door and we sit very close. And because they knew me and they knew that I had a wife who was sick, I was waiting for that. So the boys were so kind that they allowed me also to sit very close to the door where I could see Swami. So I was looking at Swami. And Swami's style, he'll put talam and then suddenly he'll look like this. Then he'll take his head off, again he puts talam. He went on like this and bhajan was going on. Now I was praying to Swami. I said, "Swami, I am in bhajan and there is fire in the house. She is so sick, I don't know what is going to happen. But still, there was a little hope because in one of the interviews, Swami told me, death cannot come to anyone unless I will. This sentence Swami said. So when I was sitting there, I remembered this. I said, "Hey, Swami said, death cannot come unless I will. So maybe it will not happen. Maybe Swami is going to do some miracle." I was praying and looking at him. Suddenly Swami looked at me and he showed the sign like this. He showed himself like this. Then he showed the finger like that. And then he said like this. So I understood that he had gone there to my flat and everything is okay, my blessing is there. This is what I understood. So I was a bit happy. So something has happened. Then Swami, they showed Arati, Swami came back. He came to me. He went into the interview room and he bought the basket where there are a lot of vibhuti packets are there. Most of you might have seen that basket. So he bought that and he gave me a lot of vibhuti to my hand. And he said, everything is okay, nothing to worry, now you go home. See the Lord's compassion. See his wordings. Everything is okay, nothing to worry, you go home. So with that I took the vibhuti packets, I went home. Dr. Hema was still sitting there and she was on the bed. Now she was talking, she was having coffee. But she said, do you know what happened? She calls me Sivi. You know what happened, Sivi? She said, during that bhajan time, I heard the Om. I felt Swami came here. Because I was able to get, whenever Swami comes, you get a beautiful divine fragrance with that. That fragrance, they know that Swami has come. This is like his visiting card, that fragrance. Even today it happens in many places, even though Swami physically is not there. So she said it came and it went. So I think Swami came and something he had done to me. After that divine fragrance came, I became all right. So Swami confirmed to me there that I went there, everything is okay. Here, wife is confirming, this happened. So with that episode finished. Now, why I am saying all this, that mainly to emphasize to the viewers that Swami is compassionate. There is no second word to it. There is no one on this earth than the Lord himself who is compassionate. Jesus Christ was a living example of compassion. He had only shown compassion to people and nothing else. So like that, Swami is also compassionate. Now this happened and this was all finished. Now the time came where Swami called Mr. Ramesh Vadvani from USA had come, and Swami called me and him and he told me that I am building a super specialty hospital. So then I was lucky enough, and myself and my two assistants, one Kannan, one Giridhar, we were there and we were pulling cables, testing it. We did a lot of work in the hospital and got most of the computers installed in wherever necessary places were there. And then the day come to open the hospital. Before that, Swami called me in the morning and he told me, you know Hindi, right? I said, yes, Swami. Narasimha Rao is coming to open the computer. I want you to go and be at the reception and get ready with all the software, everything ready to show Mr. Narasimha Rao. And please don't forget to tell him this was all developed by my boys. See the word, my boys. He's so proud of his boys. And everybody knows that. So he told me that. And he said, when he is coming with you, I will show you a hand. When I show the hand, you start your computer and you try to, show Mr. Narasimha Rao. I said, okay, Swami. I was waiting at the reception. Everything is ready. Then I heard the big band sound like that. And I knew he's coming. So he came. And from the reception, you see, it's a long veranda there. You can see people coming from the entrance. Now, Narasimha Rao Saab came. His bodyguards came. But Swami was not there. Because these guys are all big fellows, hefty. So they were walking. I couldn't see Swami. Now I am in a fix. Because Swami said, I will show you the hand and you explain. Now, what do I do now? Should I start or wait for Swami? What should I do? I was in a very confused state, but I was looking. Then, see the Swami's grace. Suddenly I see one small hand coming out with the orange robe, and he showed like that. I said, Swami, thank you, Swami. Thank you so much. I started it. He came. Then I explained to him and I said, all this software was developed by the boys, Bhagawan's boys. Oh, very good.
"Acha hai, bahut acha hai," he said in Hindi. And then he went. Then that ended up there, and I was lucky enough to be associated with opening the hospital. And Swami also came and said, "Nice, santosham," he said, and he went. So after the hospital was opened, everything was over, and we went to Whitefield. And in Whitefield, where Swami's bungalow is there, and behind that is some, houses are there, which normally allocates for staff members to stay. So it was summertime. So we had gone there, and we were staying there, and Swami one day called me. He came out for darshan, he was looking for me. He asked the boy, "Where is that computer guy, And they said, "Swami is there." So he called me. And he said, he called me and he took me inside the house. The two big doors are there, the steps are there. He called me inside, he closed the door. And he called me inside the house. And Swami was standing, I was standing. Then he asked me, "Where is your mother?" I said, "Swami, she is in Sri Lanka." "Yes." "She is in Sri Lanka? You are working in Puttaparthi, now you are in Whitefield, and you don't know what happened. But I know what happened." See, his authenticator statement. I know what happened. Because he is omnipresent. Again, I am emphasizing to say that he is omnipresent. And again, I have to use the word compassion, because I am working here, my mother is somewhere else. Now he is going to tell me what happened. So he says, "Your mother got breathing problem. She was admitted to the ICU. And I have saved her." This was his words. He said, "I have saved her. She's okay now. And now she's back home." And in yesterday's, she was a Bhajan singer in that Kotayana Samiti. So he said, yesterday's Bhajan, she was crying. And she was praying to me, "Swami, my son is with you. I want to see him. Please send him." You didn't know that, right? But I know. Again, he's emphasizing that the Lord knows everything. So I said, "Yes, Swami." And I have told, that time Colonel Jogara was there, who was in charge of all administration work. And I have told Colonel Jogara to give you a ticket. I want you to go to Sri Lanka, see your mother, stay with her for 1 week. He's saying 1 week. After 1 week, you have to come back, because there are a lot of work in the computer center to be completed, and there are a lot of things are going on. I said, "Okay, Swami." And then I went to Colonel Jogara. He gave me the ticket. Then I went to Sri Lanka to see my mother. And already the word has, spread from some people from here that I am coming there. And the center people invited me with so much of respect and love. They said, "You are very blessed to have a mother like this, and she is blessed to have a son like you." And she was very badly sick, and Swami has saved her. And see, he has sent you now to see her. So I stayed with her 1 week, and then I came back to Whitefield, and then I went back to Puttaparthi. Now, what we have to learn from this is that when you trust, when you pray to Bhagawan, and you believe him 100%, then he will take care of everything of yours. Even your generations he will take care. And this is what he promised in the Bhagavad Gita also. What did he say? You do my work, I will do your work. This is the assurance he gives you, that you trust me, you believe me, I am there for you. So my request is, trust Swami 100%. Don't have any doubt, because he is Lord. He can do only good, he doesn't know to do bad.